Hello students, good morning. Today we are going to start with the symbols that are used in the electrical circuit to represent the various kind of components of circuit components that we used in our domestic circuit. So the most important and the first one is the electrical cell. So if you use a single cell in your circuit, then you represent that cell via this symbol. And the symbol is this. One is the long line and the other one is the short one, and both these two lines are connected to the connecting wires. Second one is the combination of cells, that is the battery. It means as the cells are connected in this way, then you represent that battery in the form of a number of the pairs of these two small and long lines, depending upon how much cells or how many cells you used in the circuit. Third one is the switch. That switch can be open or can be closed, means the switch can be on and off. If the switch is on, then it represents by that symbol, and it is off, and then it is represented by the symbol. Next is the electrical bulb. Bulb is the source that ensures the flow of current in the circuit. It is represented by a big cross inside the circle. Next one is the fuse that you add in your circuit to ensure if sometimes a high amount of current flows through the circuit, then via burning of this wire, the circuit blocks and your appliance becomes safe of any kind of the shock, and it is represented by this kind of symbol. Third one are the connecting wires. Any kind of wire that you use in your home to connect the appliance with your main switch supply, that are represented by symbol horizontal line. So in this chapter, you must be familiar with that how to use these kind of symbols or the circuit components in a regular sequence so that you can harvest a good circuit at your home. So whenever some kind of electrician come to your home and adjust the circuits, he is very aware about the positive and negative terminals, like about the live wires, the neutral wires, the green, and these colors are very specific. And you get an idea that how to attach these wires with the component. If sometimes you add a wrong side of the dry cell battery of your remote, then it will not work. Then you change the cells and it works. Finally, it is just the arrangement of the cells or the batteries which represents that how the circuit will glow and how it will work and will not. So understanding the value of these kind of components in your circuit and in your daily life, understand these components very carefully and memorize these, because you will get some kind of question from these circuits definitely in your exam for the semester and in the upcoming one as well. Okay, so now we are going to do the most important component that we use in our domestic circuit in these winter days as well. That is the heating effect of the electric current. As you know, the material is of two types, mainly of three types. First one are the conductors which conduct the electricity, like the copper wires, the metals, and many more. Second one are insulator, like the wood and any kind of cloth which just do not allow the current to pass. They are the insulator. And between these conductor and insulator, some are resistors. Resistors are a kind of alloys which block the current, but they generate heat. Whenever you stop something, you consume some kind of energy. As you see, when you rub your hands, it means there is some kind of friction, or you are stopping some kind of movement, then there is generation of heat. Similarly here, when the resistor it opposes, resistors are those which oppose the flow of current. When they oppose, they generate heat. So the most important component of the current when you resist the current is the production of heat that we used first in our tungsten filaments, then in our domestic geysers, in heaters, and many more. Okay. So I hope, as is written here, that you have learned about this in your class 6th. So the tungsten filament, that was the component of your old typical bulbs, the wire that is of tungsten filament. Tungsten is very high. It's a compound whose BPT is very high, and it gets heated up when the current flows through it. From there, we get an idea about the heating effect of the current, that your bulb, when it glows, it becomes warm. your fan when it but some kind of heat is generated when there is flow of current through any kind of tungsten filament or many more. Then we use that heating current into the geysers and the blowers and the heaters of your home. So the heating effect of current is the current which represents that how the material resists the current through that. Whenever the current is flown through any kind of household appliance and it resists the appliance, when it resists the current, it generates heat. That kind of a generation is useful for the production of electric irons, the electrical heaters, the toasters and the kettles and many more. And the resistors are nothing, they are the special kind of compounds which are formed by alloys. Alloys are actually the mixture of two or more metals. The most important alloy that we used in our these kind of components are nichrome, that formed of nichrome and ni for nickel, chrome from chromium. So it is mixture of two metal, nickel and chromium, 80% nickel and 20% chromium. So it is the most important type of the resistor that we use. Second one is the manganin. Its manganin is 84% composition is of copper and 12% of manganese. Constantan comprises of 55% of copper and 45% of nickel. Please memorize these concentration of alloys. You will definitely get some question from these topics. Okay, so use these kind of electric. I hope that you have seen these kind of electric heaters at your home. Similarly, in this, the resistors are present which block the current and are responsible for the generation of the heat in your domestic appliances like the toasters and many more. Thank you.